Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of UCU Sports Daily. I am your host here, Nasabo, bringing you the latest sports updates from around the universities, as well as talk about general points of topics in sports. So yeah, not forgetting this show is powered by UCU Standard, our daily newspaper, as well as Mr. Quick Delivery. Get your deliveries fast, reliable, and at affordable prices. And they now do private transportation. So you can always call Mr. Quick Delivery for anything that you need. Back to what brought us here. Well, it's Friday, and obviously on weekends, when it comes to university sports, there are always games going on around during the weekend. And for UCU, there's unfortunately there's only one game, two games, but one discipline going on this weekend. That's the volleyball sides. The men's volleyball team, who play in the top flight of the volleyball league, Serie A, are going to face Nemo Stars. It is going to be quite an intriguing contest because both teams are level on points and actually just next to each other in terms of table rankings, with Nemo Stars being 4th and the UCU team being 5th. Well, it's been a particularly good season up to now for the UCU team because they have played 8 games, won 5. That means they're above 500, and yeah, that's something we could base on, and hopefully things can get to improve as the season progresses. Then there's a university derby in terms of the ladies action, where UCU will come against Bugema University. So wherever you are, you could always make it to the old Kampala Sports Arena on Saturday and be able to catch those games. Yeah. So other than that, I was scrolling through the internet yesterday, trying to make some research on what to present to you guys today. So I came across a sponsorship. I'd like to say sponsorship that is done between Jibu Uganda and Namilyango College. This is unique in its own way because Namilyango College actually won the East African School Games in terms of rugby. They're able to get the win and gold and bring it back home and make them the best side, best rugby side in East Africa in terms of secondary schools or high school. And it's an intriguing deal for me because personally, this is the first deal that I have seen between a corporate company and an institution of learning in terms of the lower level, like high school level. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe you can tell me any other that has happened in the comment section, but this is potentially a big milestone because this doesn't happen every day. You do not have corporate companies partnering with institutions in terms of sponsorship deals, in terms of marketing, because sports in marketing is quite a steady grow. Like it's growing steadily in terms of another form of marketing. And this is something that is on the rise, and it is something that more companies should look forward to doing, because it helps both parties. You as the company, you're able to know how much sales you're making in a very short period of time, and then you're able to find new customer bases. And then for the sports club, obviously in terms of finances and market and advertising and all that, so it helps both parties. And I encourage more corporate companies to be able to partner with institutions, because even in the university level, there are not so many universities with partnerships with different corporate sponsors, and it helps in very many ways. It helps in very many ways. So yeah, big kudos to Jibu Uganda and Namilyango College for getting this deal done. I am personally invested and happy in whatever is going on, because we love to see different forms of development in sports and in other. Yeah, so kudos to both parties for getting that deal done. One other thing I saw is the City Oilers team actually are in the semi-finals of the Sweet 16. That's the road to BAL, the Basketball Africa League, and they actually have a 100% record after making wins in Johannesburg, and it's so good to see UCU old boys Titus Odeke and Fayed Bale actually adding more to the City Oilers ranks after their 8 titles. So what does this mean for the rest of the league? We'll ask those questions when the league does begin next year. But Speaking of now, they are having a fantastic time in Johannesburg, because I've been able to communicate with them, and they're telling me it's all going great. They are really integrating with the team, with their new teammates, and hopefully they will get to progress to BAL, because we need to see a representative from Uganda and especially East Africa in such a prestigious tournament across the continent, where you get to see the best players across Africa compete. Yeah, so we wish them the best of luck, and hopefully they will get the dub that they will need. 2 more wins, and they are in the Basketball Africa League. Then I would like to talk about the impacts of the University Football League and what it's doing to other leagues, because I don't know if you've heard of a game of futsal. Futsal, it's 6-a-side, but it's tightly knitted, and it's actually a nice game. It's one of the fastest growing games in the country. So if you haven't heard of futsal, please go check out the videos on YouTube of some of the league games of last season. It's a really interesting sport, and I was closely following that sport. I would normally be at games last season, and you'd be surprised by how many University Football League graduates are actually participating in the futsal, in the UFL, the futsal league. And I had a chat with futsal president, Mr. Hamza Junju, and he told me that, yes, this is actually a very good alternative for University Football League players who haven't gotten the chance to join up with, Uganda Premier League teams, to be able to ply their trade in futsal, because this is where opportunities are gotten from, to be able to then progress to the next step. I've seen some players like Kakembo, who played left back in the UCU title-winning side of 2019 in the futsal league. I've seen Marvin Kavuma, who's now playing for NEC, and also Faizo, who signed for KCCA some time back after his impressive stint with Aiden or in the futsal league. So I encourage all the University Football League players, if you haven't, if you don't have the chance yet to be able to progress to the Uganda Premier League, you can actually try out futsal. The season begins in January and stretches all the way to June, and it is on FUFA TV, so you still get the platform that you need to be able to showcase your talents, because it is not every day that we have different alternatives to be able to showcase our talents. If you feel like you haven't gotten the chance to do it in the Uganda Premier League, you can always go to the futsal league. It's a very competitive, nice league, and yeah, that's all I can encourage you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I am introducing a new segment today. It is the best thing I saw. I am going to keep on bringing highlight reels from the best things I personally saw from the previous day, and being able to share light with you. I saw this video from James Folanda, I think, if I'm not mistaken. It's actually about the City Oilers down in Joburg, and they were hyping themselves up, after their big win. They were hyping themselves, and it's good to see the team playing like this, and they are worthy flag bearers for the country. I saw a hype video of them, and yeah, this is the best thing I saw today. So you could always take a look.
Here we go. We City Oilers, baby. We here. We ready to take everybody down. Let's go, City Oilers. Let's go.
Look. So, ladies and gentlemen, this brings me to the end of UCU Sports Daily. I am so happy that you've been able to view episode 2, and we shall keep on doing this as much as we can. You can always follow our podcast, it's the Sports Pod. We bring weekly episodes to be able to share stories of students, athletes, just give a platform for people to be able to share their stories, experiences in sports, which is a good thing, and it is something that I am personally invested in, and trying to reach as many people as we can. You can also always follow the UCU Standard, where we get to bring you the latest update information of anything that's going on around university, as well as our YouTube page, because this is where our videos go. You can always check out our YouTube page and, look at some of the work that we are doing. So, ladies and gentlemen, have yourselves a nice day, and Godspeed. I'm Ian Asabo, your host. Take care.